Hey Virgo, how are you today? Happy Wednesday. Looks like we made it. Let's see, I know I've been a little MIA this week. I have an e-bike and I managed to crash it. So it took me a couple days to get it back together here, but I'm back now and everything's fine. Bike's even fixed again, so there we go. This is going to be done the same way we always do for the bonus reading. So we are going to call out all 12 signs, or I'm going to. I'll pull 2 cards for each. When I call out the sign, whoever comes to your mind first is who we're talking about. Gives you some sort of an overview into the current dynamic between the two of you. At the bottom, I will pull 2 cards each for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which should be May 16th, 17th, and 18th, just to give you some sort of insight into what might possibly be coming towards you this weekend. The hope is to make it easier for you to navigate your way through it, okay? This one is going to be for my Virgos, Virgos, Virgos. All right, Virgo. Let's see what we get. If you're a Virgo, currently dealing with an Aries, I have the Moon and the Magician. So it feels like this Aries is viewing you as the Magician. They're viewing you as somebody who has the ability to manifest the life that you want. They feel as though you're being very secretive about what it is that you want. There you go. I don't feel like this one's romantic, but it does feel like it is, they're trying to figure you out, to be certain. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Taurus, I have the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. So this Taurus is viewing you as somebody who's definitely looking towards your future, and you're trying right now to figure out who you want to invest in and how much, or if you want to invest at all, right? So this Taurus is viewing you as somebody who's very much so on the fence, trying to figure out your next move. This feels as though it's a friend of some sort. Okay. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Gemini, I have the 8 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So the Gemini is viewing you as somebody who is definitely restricted right now by your thoughts. You're searching for clarity, but unable to attain it because you can't, you're stuck in your head. This is a little bit of a feeling of concern in this, like somebody is just worried that you are stressing yourself out, I guess you could say. There you go. That one doesn't feel romantic to me either, really. It's possible the Taurus wants romance, but I don't think anything's happened yet. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Cancer, I have the 3 of, what are we doing here? 3 of Pentacles, sorry, and the 3 of Swords. So this Cancer is viewing you as somebody who they would love to collaborate with, okay? But right now they're viewing you as somebody who's quite heartbroken. You're quite heartbroken, or they're quite heartbroken over you. No, I believe they're viewing you as somebody who's heartbroken. And it must be at the Cancer's, because of the Cancer, or the Cancer feels responsible for the heartbreak. They still want to collaborate with you, it looks like, but there's definitely something to be worked out there. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Leo, I have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So the Leo is viewing you as somebody who's presenting as the Queen of Cups. Male or female just means you're presenting in your feminine here. With the Page of Pentacles, you're trying to rebuild a solid foundation to try to build on top of here in the future. It's possible that there was romance between you and the Leo at one time. I don't think there is right now. They're probably open to it to happen again, but I don't know. It feels like this is something that you already gave it a shot and it didn't quite work out, maybe. That's how I feel. If you are a Virgo dealing with another Virgo or talking to yourself, I have the 8 of Cups and Temperance. If you're talking to yourself, I do believe you're telling yourself that in time you will heal from this heartbreak that is caused by walking away. You had to walk away from something you still cared about. I just feel like you're telling yourself in time this is going to work itself out. Maybe the walking away was temporary. I'm not sure exactly, but it does feel like you're telling yourself in time it's going to work itself out. Okay. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Libra, I have the Fool and the 6 of Pentacles. So this Libra feels as though you are taking a leap of faith in a different direction. You are doing this because of a lack of reciprocity in the current situation. feels like a friend, somebody that's known you for a long time. I don't know that there's any romance here, but because it feels like like they're talking about what they're watching you do, but not that they're involved. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Scorpio, I have the Five of Swords and the Queen of Wands. The Scorpio is viewing you as somebody who's presenting in the Queen of Wands, so somebody who's very determined to get whatever it is they want. There's some sort of conflict here right now between the two of you, between you and the Scorpio. It feels, though, more like a friendly banter than it does a conflict to me. Either way, it's saying that they're saying that you're not going to give up easily or compromise. You're here to win, but this just doesn't feel like it's that kind of evil sort of an argument. If you are a Virgo dealing with the Sagittarius, I have the Seven of Wands and the Devil. So the Sagittarius is viewing you as somebody who's incredibly defensive, especially towards them. They feel as though you're trying to cover up something. You're trying to cover up a weakness or an addiction that you have. That's how they feel. That's not what I'm saying. This is what they're saying. And that's why you're so defensive, is what they're saying. All right. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Capricorn, I have the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands. Wow. Well, that looks pretty good. This means the Capricorn is saying that you are the key to their emotional fulfillment, and they are very much so viewing you as somebody that can take them to public recognition and victory. So this looks altogether awesome right there, the Virgo and the Capricorn. If you are a Virgo dealing with an Aquarius, I have the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So this Aquarius is trying to figure out how you expect to be left out in the cold if you have so many choices or something. They feel like you're not being realistic and looking at all the choices that you have around you. Oh my God, I got that totally wrong. Sorry, start over. This is the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. The Aquarius is viewing you as somebody who has many different options as far as how you want to get to your Ten of Pentacles. I don't know why I thought that was five. Yeah, they just see you as somebody who has the world is your oyster right now. There's plenty of options for you to get to your Ten of Pentacles and build a legacy. If you are, we got two cards, there we go. If you are a Virgo dealing with the Pisces, I have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so as far as this Pisces is concerned, there has been some sort of betrayal here that left you incredibly wounded, quite possibly at the Pisces hands, it looks like. That's how they see you right now. So this one looks like it. This one in the Aries, you started and ended with the roughest two. So there we go. For Friday, I have the Ten of Wands and the Hermit. Friday, it looks like you need to lay down a heavy burden. Pull your energy back and reassess the situation, because it is not your burden to carry to this extent, okay? For Saturday, I have the Page of Wands and the Four of Cups. Saturday, it looks like you are feeling very dissatisfied about the amount of progress you've made on some sort of a new idea you had. Some sort of a new notion, something you wanted to try out, and it's just not coming together as fast or as much so as you wanted it to. Sunday, you've got the Chariot and the Five of Pentacles. Well, now I got the Five of Pentacles, so I thought the Chariot is all about you, forward motion and victory. But the Five of Pentacles, you're feeling somewhat ostracized or abandoned. Maybe just ostracized out of a group or something. But you intend to have forward motion and victory anyway, so not so bad. Other than the Aries and the Pisces, this all looked pretty good, didn't it? I think. What do we have that one on? Oh, the Cancer. Okay, well, 3 out of 12 is not bad, and I still think all of it's good. Like I said, I'm sorry for going AWOL. I will be around more. Hopefully, I'll get all the way to energy check-ins today. We'll see. If not, they'll start back up tomorrow. It's going to be a great week. You go out and make it the greatest week, right? Weekend. Greatest weekend. I'll be back on Sunday with weekly readings no matter what, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right. Thanks for everything.